Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in this lecture here we are going to learn objects in TypeScript. So first questions here, what is an object in TypeScript? This is here, an object is a structure that store data in key value format, but in TypeScript each key has a fixed type. Think of it like a form. Name must be text, age must be numbers, and then okay, we have the examples like basic object. Then we go to the back, and this is we will see the example basic object, then type safety, then example 3, example 4, example 5, here type alias, and optional properties, read-only properties with object. So let's go to the VS Code and check all that. So here you have to create not a new folder, it is a new file, and that is object. So this is object.ts. okay, inside it here let's go to basic objects. It is the const user, and then here inside object that is the name, it is strings, not like that. This is here, it is equal to, then inside objects here you specify that is a name, and that is Aryan, and then is 22, and this is what name, it is strings, then age, and then it is write the number. Got it? So this one here we created a user object, and TypeScript is forcing two values. Name must be strings and age must be numbers. You see here, name must be strings, age must be numbers. You see here, users defining the types, the structure of the object. This is here, this is object, and the structure of the object. This one here that is a Aryan, it is a valid string and 22 valid number. If you remove age or change type, you got here. If you remove that, you see that is here what user is declared, but its value is never read, that is fine. But you see property is missing in types name string, but required in types name string is numbers. So you have to must be put here the values. If you define your object like this object, and then you have to define its structure types, name it is string, age number, then you have to must be put the values, and that's name it is strings, and age here this is will be numbers. Example to type safety here. Type safety, it is what, let me okay, same code, just copy it, command, and then again paste it here, and then here if you put 22 in the strings, you got here it is wrong. Why? Here we made a mistake, age is a string, but TypeScript expect the number because you have defined this structure types. Here 22 it is strings, TypeScript expect the numbers, and what you got user declared, but its value never it, that is fine. This one here, a string is not assignable to the type numbers. Okay, so this prevent a real world bug like wrong calculations, API crashes, so you have to keep in mind. Then type alias here, this is here you can define that here. Then here example 3 about type here alias, it is kind of nickname, you already know about this type, that is a user is equal to here name, and that is strings, and here is this will be number, front document, and then const it is the user one. Okay, it is equal to inside it here name, this is it is row, then is it is equal to 25. Got it? So this is type user name string is number, const user one, user this users, you have to define structure types for the objects here. Instead of writing object type again and again, we created a reusable type. Okay, type user blueprint and user one, and this users here using blueprint. Okay, like creating a template for all the users, it is using type alias. And then next it is next example, it is for example example 4, optional properties. Here this is optional properties. This one, it is type, it is a product, it is equal to, that is name, and then it is strings, then it is right price, that is number, then discount it is optional. This one, it is number, got it. Here const item, and then it is a product, it is equal to, inside it here you have to write the name, that is like top, and then price 500, okay, 5000. So you see discount is optional, so this object is still valid without it. This is optional. Okay, if you put here that the discount, that is also fine. If you do not put, that also fine. So here important, here this kind of a question mark. Okay, make property optional, no either if missing. So some products have discount, some don't. So this is about fourth example. Now example 5th, that is a read only. This one here 5 example, read only. This is type, cart is equal to, inside it here, that is read only, brand, and that is strings, and then right here speed, that is a number. Okay, so this is here const, here write my car, that is car, it is equal to, inside it here brand, BMW, brand, that is a BMW, got it, and then speed, that is 200. Okay, so you see that is fine and it's work, but you see brand, it is a read only. And if you try to update here like my car dot speed, here it is equal to 220, it is fine, you can update in this speed. But if you try to update like my car dot brand, it is equal to Audi, okay, so it is wrong because it is a read only. You see here, cannot assign to brand because it is a read only properties. Here you have to define that read only brand strings, so you cannot update here. Brand is locked, once set it cannot change. So why it is useful here, this is this type of things, read only, it prevent the accidental changes. Okay, you see here, your changes by default here you think like I'm going to change it, so you cannot change because this is a read only. So keep important data steps. Car brand does not change after manufacturing. So this is about example 5th, it is read only. Then example 6, nested objects. Here how you can define the structure for the nested object. This is, it is here, it is 6 example, that is a nested object, and then you have to define the type, or it is equal to, inside it like IDs, and that is a number, and then it is a customer, inside it here it is a name, and it is a strings, then right here city, it is a strings, code, it is a nested object. Then here you have to find the const order 1, and then order it is equal to, here you use structure type, this order type you have to use it here, then IDs, it is equal to 1, then customers, then inside here name, that is Amit, okay, next it is a city, and that is Delhi, got it. As you see it is the type, it is this one, it is this object follow the structure of this data type. Here we have object inside objects called nested object. Okay, this is the object. Inside it we have another object. So you have to also here follow the same pattern. Object, here this is object. Inside it we have another objects. Here customer itself is an object. It has its own properties. Okay, order contain the customer details. So this is example 6, nested object. Then we have another example 7, which is dynamic keys. So this is here. It is 7th example. Here type marks. It is equal to inside here subject, and that is strings, and that is the number. It is right const. Then student marks. Student marks. Okay, and that is the marks. It is equal to math 90, and then science. It is equal to 85. Then English, it is equal to 88. Okay, usually here we don't know subject in advance, so we allow dynamic keys. This one here math, okay, subject science English. Okay, here subject is string, any subject name you have to put, and value must be a number. This is this one number. Okay, and a student can have any subject, you already know. So this is about it is the example for dynamic keys in the object. Dynamic keys in the objects. Got it? The next is about we have the real example for the life. Here let me comment this one. I think this is the last example. Okay, so let me check it here. What we have here. Okay, we already know about nested object, dynamic keys, then last one real life problems, and then okay, thanks for listening. So let's go to the next one. Here this is example 8. Here e-commerce object, e-commerce, this is the thing object. Here I type product is equal to inside it is ID, and that is number, and then name, it is strings, and then price, that is the number. Then in stock, that is a boolean. Got it? Here you will write in the const product 1, and that is a product, it is equal to inside it. Here it is 1. Then name, it is a smartphone. Okay, then price, it is 20k. Then in stock is equal to true. Got it? So this is here. This is exactly how real life store product data. Here meaning IDs. ID, this is a unique product ID, name, product titles, price, cost, in stock, available or not. It is used like Amazon, okay, Temu, or you can implement this type of object inside your projects. Now you understand TypeScript object with real example. This is exactly what companies use in the productions. I will see you in the next one.